Welcome to Religions of the World. Islam, the religion of Muslims. The 5 pillars of Islam. Amina is 11 years old. She lives in Glasgow with her parents and younger brother Rahib. She and her family are Muslims. When Amina was younger, her parents taught her all about the 5 pillars of Islam. These are the 5 things a Muslim must do so they can lead a good and responsible life. One afternoon, Amina was reading quietly in the garden of her house. Her younger brother Rahib ran into the garden with a question for Amina. Amina, Mummy told me to ask you a question. Amina looked up from her book. What's the question? What are the 5 pillars of Islam? They're really important. They show that you are a good Muslim. What are they? Asked Rahib. Well, said Amina, the first one is Shahada, a special statement. If you say the Shahada in front of 3 people, it means that you can be a Muslim. What do you have to say? Asked Rahib. You say there is nothing worth worshipping but Allah and Muhammad is his messenger. Why don't you say it, Rahib? Okay, said Rahib. There is nothing worth worshipping but Allah, and Muhammad is his messenger. That's the first pillar, said Amina. What's the second? Asked Rahib. The second pillar is called Salah. It says that you must pray 5 times a day. When do you pray? Asked Rahib. Just before the sun comes up. Then just after 12 o'clock when the sun has just passed its highest point in the sky. Next, it's late in the afternoon. Then just after the sun sets. And lastly, between sunset and midnight. Rahib nodded. Why do we need to pray? We all pray together at the same time, so we are all connected to Allah throughout the day. And what about the 3rd pillar of Islam? The 3rd pillar is called Zakah. It means we all have to give a little bit of money to people who need it more than us, said Amina. That's good, said Rahib. We help the poor, yes, but it also makes us realize how lucky we are that Allah has given us things we have. Allah is good to us, said Rahib. Now the 4th pillar of Islam is called Psalm, said Amina. Every year Muslims fast during the month of Ramadan to remember when Muhammad received Allah's words from the angel Gabriel. What does fast mean? Asked Rahib. It means we don't eat or drink during the day. Why? Asked Rahib. It shows our love of Allah and it teaches us about discipline and sacrifice. But you won't have to fast until you are older and stronger. And what's the last pillar of Islam, Amina? The 5th pillar of Islam is called Hajj. Every good Muslim must one day make a long journey to the city of Mecca, which is a very important holy place for Muslims. We go there to pray together with our fellow Muslims to show that everyone is equal in the eyes of Allah. That sounds like a nice journey, said Rahib. One day you'll be able to do the trip. Will you come with me? Asked Rahib. You'll have to wait and see, said Amina. Now go and tell Mummy what you learned about the 5 pillars of Islam. Rahib hurried off quickly to find his mum.